I got a new JP poll for you. We've got a lot of movement. Spoiler alert, we got a new number one in the JP poll tonight. We got some teams affirming our belief. I've got a point spread explained in the JP poll. The JP poll is not a ranking. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. These are just power ratings, and it's neutral field favorability. And here we go. Did I say they're not rankings? Yeah, they're not rankings. I'll say that again and again and again. Let's go 25 to 21 because SMU, who has been in the 23 to 25 range for a little while now, people have been hating on them. Oh, not so much anymore. SMU is starting to surge. It's almost like the JP poll knew something. So it goes Iowa State, SMU, USC, I don't know, Louisville 22, Tennessee 21. Tennessee plummeted. You can't get run over like they did and not suffer the consequences in the JP poll, and that's even in power ratings world. This is not a ranking. They may have fallen further if it were a ranking system. Look, the USC thing, that's just, it's power rating stuff, man. That's all it is, just power rating stuff. I mean, if I put USC on the field with Iowa State today, they'd be favored over Iowa State. I don't know what to tell you. Let's move to 20 to 15 or 20 to 16. Ole Miss dropped 7. They are at 20 now. Utah's at 19. They play at Arizona this week. The tradition that keeps on giving, Texas A&M, even as they fire their head coach, is still number 18. Just holding steady. Our opinion of Texas A&M has been virtually unchanged for several weeks now because they're playing the exact caliber football the number 18 team in the country should play. Clemson's not done. Clemson's at 17, and they're just hanging around. What you doing, Clemson? Me? Nothing. Just hanging around. So Clemson's in Beetlejuice mode right now. Arizona's at 16. I cannot stress enough how insane it is that Jed Fish has his team at 16. And notice, they play the number 19 team this week. So just challenge after challenge, and they're meeting it at every turn. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go top 15 here, Oregon State. We're going to see them in person this week. I'm going to explain something to you in a second. Watch this. Watch the magic of the JP poll. Penn State's at 14. Missouri's highest rating to date. The Missouri Tigers are at number 13. Incredible. Washington's at 12. Notre Dame's at 11. So think about this. Washington plays at Oregon State this week. Now, you want to know how dialed in the JP poll is right now. The gap the JP poll has between number 12 Washington and number 15 Oregon State is 1 point. So they're all crunched up together there. Right now, Washington goes to Oregon State. So on a neutral field, we would say Washington -1. We're given 3.25 points to Oregon State for home field favorability. So you take 1 and you subtract that, and you look at what the exact point spread is on the game right now. Somewhere between Oregon State -2 and Oregon State -2.5. That is just validation from Vegas that the JP poll is dead on the money with those two teams. Not to pat ourselves on the back. I'm just saying we did a really good job there. Excuse me, the model did a really good job there. Notre Dame's at number 11. Okay, number 10. We got a little movement here. Oklahoma's back in the top 10. Oklahoma's 10, K-State is 9, LSU's 8, Texas is 7, Florida State is 6. Notice there are 3 Big 12 teams right there in the 7, 9, and 10 spots, and I had the model spit out some numbers for me. The point spread gap on a neutral field between Texas and Oklahoma is 2 points right now. I don't know what FanDuel would make it. I guess I could ask them. But the model has that thing shrunk down to 2 points. And K-State's right in there as well. So interesting times in the Big 12. And let's go top 5. We got a new number 1 here. Drum roll, please. Ohio State's at number 5. They did not drop as much as Bama rose. Oregon's at 4. Again, they didn't drop. Bama rose. Alabama's surging. They're number 3 right now. Michigan's 2. Georgia has taken over the top spot. Georgia is now 0.4 points ahead of Michigan on a neutral field. The model would currently have Georgia -1.5 against Alabama. FanDuel has that number available right now. And that number pretty much crossed the market sitting at a field goal. So we think there's a little value on Alabama. Michigan didn't drop, by the way. Michigan actually held completely still. They have the same exact power rating they had last week. Georgia jumped them. That's what happened. So the JP poll, there you have it. We've got a I think it's a 5 3/4 point gap between number 1 and number 5 right now. There's your top 10. React accordingly. And listen, if you don't follow me on Instagram for any other reason, just follow me on Instagram at LateKickJosh for the total and complete freak show that devolves in the comment section when I post this thing. It doesn't matter if I rent one of those planes that fly banners by the hour behind them and I explain the difference between power ratings and rankings. Just total freak job psychos in the comment section. It's unbelievable, and I love every one of you because we get rich off Twitter clicks and Instagram clicks, obviously. That's where the real money is in this business.